Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our new day for our podcasts. We tried to change it up because I guess the viewership was down for Fridays.
Yeah, Fridays were interesting.
So we tried to move it to another day so that people could be a little bit more active and see what's going on with the voices from the realm. We are the Spectral Realm Investigators. I'm Emily. This is Tyler. This is Glenn. We usually do intros, but I think everybody at this point knows who we are, so...
I mean, it is a new day. We might have new viewers, so we should probably do it.
I don't mind doing new intros. So I'm the Team Skeptic.
Pause for a second. If we do intros, you're going to do a lot more than 2 words, sir. Okay, continue. Thank you.
After Mommy just got done slapping Daddy at the dinner table, we're going to take 2 minutes for an intermission. Anyway... Yeah, I'm the Team Skeptic, apparently our new demon hunter, and... No, just kidding. So, I'm the one who adds spice to the life in the group. I like to fight with them over evidence.
You want to call it spice.
What do you want to call it?
Not that.
Oh.
I was thinking more of a headache.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
so I'm the headache of the group.
Mm-hmm. I'm Emily. I'm co-leader. I am also an investigator for the group. I do a lot of the research for what we encounter after we go to a location. Recently, I've been kind of pretty deep in some demonology books, and I don't know exactly how I feel about all of that. I am related, I guess you could say, and married to the skeptic. I live with them on a daily basis, so whenever there's any kind of, I don't know.
We are a true yin and yang. Full on believer, full on non-believer.
Yeah, that's true. We definitely fight constantly about what's real and what's not real. And I keep him grounded, and he keeps me grounded. So, Tyler found Glenn and I about 3 years ago, and
You want me to do more than 2 sentences?
No.
We're diving right into.
We gotta take all your talking points. Come up with something new.
well, I'm gonna say how you found us. Is that okay, boss?
I mean, I was the founder. I was
Found
gonna go with
us
that.
on Facebook. Go ahead, your turn.
You already said what I was going to say.
Get something new.
Yeah, find something else to say.
So, I'm the leader, the founder. Found Glenn and Emily 3 years ago.
Yep, Craigslist personal ads or whatever it was.
Facebook,
yeah. That's it.
Facebook Marketplace.
And I was just going to meet him randomly. Like a Starbucks by myself. My husband's like, no. That's not going to happen.
Found Jesus earlier this year.
Thank God.
And
What? True.
Jesus himself is on the team.
Yeah.
And then we found Ava earlier this year as well.
Absolutely. Thank God. What? We've got a good team. I'm just
Thanks,
trying
Jesus.
to like...
Thanks, Jesus. You're the GOAT.
Jesus.
Things went pretty slow up until this year, really, and then...
Well, I mean, 2020, nobody was really allowed out, and we weren't able to get into locations to actually hunt ghosts.
We shouldn't be allowed out outside of 2020.
2020 just doesn't exist.
No, it should not. I completely agree.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Good stuff. Good stuff happened. Better stuff's to come.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I can't agree anymore.
And this year started off with a bang. You remembered the date.
Lots of bangs.
Yeah, but what was the date
March
you sent
8th.
me? Yeah, March 8th. I knew he knew the date.
Ah! Jesus is on! The GOAT.
He is listening.
Yes.
He's a good team member.
There's 2 left in here. You want to split them?
No, have them. They're all yours.
I fed Glenn, by the way, so
Yeah, well,
he shouldn't need to eat.
I'm like a freaking horse.
Yeah, you just...
I would make a comment.
Yeah. So,
But-
anyway, not even a mini.
Not even little Willie.
Not even little one-eyed Willie.
For those of you who don't know, I actually have a mini horse named Willie, and he does have one eye. So, there's that.
Happened to fit perfect.
Wow.
I will give credit when credit's
They
due. That was a
set
good
me
burn.
up, and I just have to keep going.
Yep.
So, I hate these two sometimes. I swear. I can't keep it up. So, this weekend we had finished our Bull's Head Inn investigation in Cobleskill, New York. It was a very interesting night. We hit every single floor. We had our first ever usage of our static camera, which is a brand new piece of equipment to our repertoire. That was cool. That was, I think, one of our best purchases. We found it for like dirt cheap on Facebook Marketplace. And
yeah, 1080p cameras. They do motion detection, full-on recording all the time. They have an option to add audio to it if you want to. They have pan-tilt zoom controls if you get pan-tilt zoom cameras. There's a night owl system for like $160. It's a couple of years old, but it's brand new out of the box.
It still works very well.
Since we're balling on a budget, $160 speaks to me. 4 cameros recording.
Absolutely.
And you can get 150-foot extension cables for them because right now we have 60-foot cables.
Right.
150-foot. Those cameras can go up to 160 feet, but there's only 150-foot camera
That's fine.
cables. But that's great. And the night vision is it can
Clear.
reach up to 100 feet.
And the night vision is super real, like super clear and crisp. It's a very nice addition to our equipment. And honestly, we were in the market probably in like August to look at something because we had Burn Bray in September.
No pressure, Jesus. We told you we have other plans if you can't make the Selma, but Jesus and Ava and myself are quite possibly either going back to Selma Mansion, or we might do another small mini investigation somewhere in between now and Burn Bray. Yeah. So we'll see how that works out. Yeah,
that static set for Selma, I think, would be almost irreplaceable.
Pretty interesting to set it up. I can already think. We have 4 cameras.
Oh, I know exactly where I would put the whole system and where I'd set everything. The second floor.
Will it all reach?
If you put
the whole system
on the second floor,
right there.
Yeah, if you put it on the second floor, you can get everything.
Why bother with the second floor? All the 4 cameras are going on the third floor. Just put the whole system up there.
You're going to want that first floor.
Yeah, you want the first floor because you're supposed to sit. Yeah, his girlfriend sits on the landing.
That's right.
And then.
She was a nice lady.
Although she didn't show herself the way that other post on Facebook was showing it. There's another.
Yo, I'm pretty sure.
That was like really disappointed.
Yeah, really.
You're going to have to go in there and be like, listen, Tyler was really upset that you didn't show the goods.
Yeah.
If you did, he might have stayed longer.
Gave me the cold shoulder.
Seriously, she did.
Hey, not for nothing. Maybe the one ghost that was shown online, that was more of a modern woman. Yours was more of a traditional, classical lady.
I don't want traditional and classical.
Nobody does, but I'm just saying.
Well, that was
Lady
a time
in the
period.
Streets only.
Wow. Wow. We
Well,
are degrading women that aren't even alive. So this is good.
No, listen, this one dry humped him. So, if anything...
Yeah, I'm the one that's...
He's the one who's violated.
I'm sorry. Did any one of those beings try to pull his pants down?
We don't know. Quite possibly. It followed him home.
That's true. You were sleeping a lot with it. So.
Yeah.
Oops.
4 viewers.
More viewers. So we're trying to do like a topic every time we come on to our podcasts. Our dogs are not paying attention. So, this week I wanted to touch base on the reptilian civilization that apparently is either extraterrestrial or living underneath inside the earth.
So when I was doing the research, they are either the Hollow Earth lizard. It's conspiracy theory in my mind, but they were either the Hollow Earth lizards. They are interdimensional lizard beings that learn how to camouflage and cloak themselves, and they transport back and forth to our world. Those same beings have to drink human blood in order to take human form. There's also the theory that they are extraterrestrial beings that either originated somewhere and came here to visit us, or they originated on this planet, left the planet many years ago, and then they're now back visiting and ruling over us. And then if you look at like the real conspiracy theory parts of like they're in the leaders of our government, they're CEOs of huge major companies and things of that nature. in all different types of positions of power in NATO and the United Nations.
So this theory first became popular in 1998 by a gentleman by the name of David Icke, Icke, and he published a book called The Biggest Secret, which still remains popular today. And he does divulge that people such as Queen Elizabeth II, the Bush family,
the royal family,
CEOs, global bank leaders, even celebrities like Justin Bieber and Katy Perry are thought to be reptilian.
And what's funny is if you look at like the presidents, somehow they all relate back to King James. Barack Obama is related to the Bush family, if you go through his lineage. Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton are distant cousins. They are related. They're like 19th distant cousins or something like that. They're actually related, which is crazy.
And it's interesting because the one article that I picked up on is that they also make up the Illuminati, which is a very a deep topic we will not be touching.
Yeah, I think Jesse Ventura did a conspiracy theory video on these.
He did a conspiracy theory.
He did a lot.
Yeah, he does a lot.
But
of that
I think
stuff.
he did one on this.
On the reptilians.
Even on Ancient Aliens on the History Channel, they touch base on these.
Yeah.
Like you brought up the Anunnaki, right? And
Yeah.
then that was tied into like 2012. There's this mysterious planet that's comes and visits our planet every like 2,000 years or something.
Yeah, there
like
is
that.
something in here.
And even if you think about it, look at the Egyptian Empire, which ruled for over 3,000 years. Cleopatra existed in the Egyptian Empire.
Yep.
She is closer to our timeline than she is right now than she is to the beginning of the Egyptian Empire, if you really think about how crazy that sounds.
Right.
And then it ties back into these people. Like, they have all kinds of giant beings
So they're
etched on the pyramids and things of that nature.
right. So they're saying that the reptilians are like 15 feet tall, and I didn't read anything about them drinking blood. What I read is they vibrate themselves at a frequency that makes them seem like they're human.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little far fetched for me to think of, to be honest with you. Like that's.
This whole reptilian thing is very far-fetched.
It is incredibly far-fetched. But
You're starting to sound like me.
But
this is one thing that's I've always had a hard time. Like, are we sure?
And I'm completely. I just don't believe there's reptilians.
But it falls under paranormal topics. I mean,
Right.
it makes sense for us to cover it, but it's like...
Right.
Are we ever going to come across a lizard person? I don't think so.
Let this be known, I actually agree with Glenn on this. Like, I really feel like... You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I really feel like it's a big stretch. So it says the reptilian elite theory is in ancient times a group of advanced reptiles from the Alpha Draconis star system that came to Earth to infiltrate the government and the ancient civilizations in order to control all humans and enslave them and become their rulers and breed with other humans to form crossbreeds so that their DNA can infiltrate the minds of humans. Now, if we think about it, our brains are still relatively reptilian in a lot of aspects. So that breeding theory isn't necessarily super odd.
I mean, so that's loosely based on science tying this into reality. Yes, we do still have a reptilian part of our brain. A lot of that's tied to our fight or flight reaction and survival instincts. Like anything that happens naturally, like without us having to think about or act, that's still part of our like primal coding and gene coding. And before you were talking about that star system, and I was just trying to look it up because I remember hearing something about that.
It's to talk about the celebrities and the famous people that are supposedly these reptilians. It's hard to think of somebody to be that famous and be that big. You know what I mean? So a human like you, myself, or Tyler being super famous and having a massive following. It's kind of hard to feel like that's a legit thing.
And not for nothing. I mean, if these beings are as powerful and they're traveling across the galaxy and everything, to come here to try and rule over us, it sounds like they can make it happen like that. They don't need to be Kim Kardashian and all that type of stuff. Like, that's the crazy part to me.
So they're from outer space, and they they slowly took over the governments and entertainment industry for the sole purpose of enslaving the human race. These reptiles control us by creating wars, mindless entertainment to keep us distracted. I am not like a reality show TV person. Like, I don't watch The Bachelor. I don't watch any of those HGT TV shows where they remodel. I'm not that type of person. I've never enjoyed it because I've always felt like it is mindless.
Well, he likes sports. He falls under the mindless part.
Yes.
Yeah.
That took you way too long. No, you can't say anything now. You waited too long. It's done. We're moving on.
Yeah, if it takes you a minute to react.
No, we're good. So, the reptiles in control...
Actually, it takes a lot of brain function
to
know what's going on in certain sports.
Oh, yeah.
Baseball?
Guy threw football. Very good.
Baseball's a very intelligent sport, actually.
Yeah, guy with a stick and a ball. That's all it is.
I know somebody who we just were talking about that can play baseball. Well, that's not an intelligent game.
Oh no.
What are you talking about?
What?
Starts with an A, ends with an O.
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
So, we need to pause this real quick. Do explain.
There's different situations.
Like what?
There's so many.
The pitcher hits the guy with the ball. He has to walk. One guy the guy on first base. The
batter hits a ball and it goes to someplace in the field or out of the field. They run to a base or they run through all the bases.
You know what's an intelligent game? Chess. That's an intelligent game.
I'm willing to bet if either one of you went to go watch a baseball game, you would not be able to piece it all together.
I know everything about baseball.
I used to play softball.
See, so maybe you would. Then you should know it's an intelligent sport.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It really is. Though.
But it's not.
Jesus, back me up here, man.
I will fight you right now. It is not. It is mindless.
It's not, though. You're constantly thinking in baseball.
Yeah?
Constantly. Literally, pitcher to batter is a chess match. And you said that was intelligent.
Chess is intelligent, yeah.
Pitcher to a batter is literally a chess match.
Okay. I really need some more in-depth thought behind it. You keep telling me it's an intelligent game, but I can't get an intelligent answer out of you.
You're facing a pitcher that has 5 pitches. You have to try and figure out what he's going to throw next.
Uh-huh.
You have
speedball,
0.2 of a second to imagine if you're going to swing or not.
Uh-huh.
Jesus.
Isn't I mean, okay, so that is more developing your reactionary skills if you have that slow of a time to guess if you're getting a speedball, knuckleball, curveball, grounder.
Somebody on Google says, at best, it's poetry. We wouldn't necessarily say it's intellectual.
Well, they're crazy.
I agree. It's poetry. I wouldn't necessarily say it's intellectual.
Oh.
It's like saying NASCAR is intelligent.
It's not.
Go fast, turn left. That's all you do, and you do it 500 times.
I'm not going to defend NASCAR.
I like golf, and I wouldn't even defend golf saying that that's an intelligent sport. Some people can make the arguments, but I play the game, and I'm like, just hit the ball and hope it freaking goes straight. That's all I care about.
Which it doesn't for you. So.
Yeah, there are a lot of people.
It takes a lot of balls to golf the way I do.
My dad actually just shared something. Like, when you watch golf, there's 100 people going for, like, the tournament, and they show you the top 10 people.
Yeah. So those people, I guess, are talented in friggin', swinging a tire iron at a golf ball, but...
No, I'm going to stand by baseball being an intelligent sport.
Okay, fair enough. In the room...
Almighty, when I need him, he's not here.
Yeah, no, he kind of left you hanging on that one. We'll have to talk to him about that.
You're fired.
You're not fired.
Yeah, seriously not fired. Ever. Like, legit ever.
He's fired from sports talk.
He might not agree with you.
He won't.
All right, so
but I could talk. I could
at the end of the day, I'm only busting your chops about sports and everything like that. Okay, yeah. So I just don't want you to think I'm getting too hard on you. Everybody's gonna be like, "That skeptic's not only a skeptic, but he's a jerk." I'm still a jerk.
I mean, you're a jerk. I was gonna say, why are we saying you're not a jerk? Because you are absolutely a jerk. Don't look at me like that. I know.
I can be just the right amount of dick, you know.
Okay. Oh. So anyway, I'm completely lost. I hate you.
Well, okay, so you're back on entertainment, the media, and things of that nature. How they can have the end game is to enslave the human race.
Right.
To me, if they've got that kind of power, they can just again do it like that, unless it's some kind of like game for them.
Right. But again, it might just be the conquer quest, right? Like, command and conquer. That might just be the only thing that's in their DNA that's going to make them happy.
They might do it for the fun of the strategy, more
right.
or less. Okay.
What was the, there was a Rick and Morty reference here. Morty's robot baby thing. I forget the name of it, but his culture only wanted to, like, murder and have war.
Oh, yeah, his son.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Morty Jr.
Morty Jr. I forgot what the
I can't
alien
remember
was.
the race.
I can't either.
They were the four-armed guy.
Yeah.
They had 4 arms, and
Yep.
he just wanted to go out and be violent and kill everything.
Didn't it begin with a C?
I guess we're going to look it up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there has been evidence that there are celebrities that blink reptilian versus, horizontal. They're blinking vertically. Like, they have a video of Justin Bieber. I don't know. I don't know how real that is. Mainly because if it's real, I would have to see it myself in person. Cameras can always be manipulated. If I'm not behind that camera...
Yeah, they're just cross-eyed, and when they blink, it looks like it's going sideways.
Garzorpin.
Garzorpids. That's it. Gazorpazorp, right?
Gazorpazorp. Yeah, that sounds right.
So, anyway, okay, so there's no scientific evidence or much evidence at all to back this theory up. I was like 10 to 15 pages deep into Google to have these 3 articles. Mm-hmm. One was like an NBC article. I'm like, that's bait. They're trying to track me. So, how can so many people believe in something so ridiculous, right? Here's the number on the estimated people that believe this is like 12 million people.
I'm terrified to know that number.
That's, right? Like, that's New York, right? That's like all of New York City is like 12 million people.
That's like a city block of New York.
I mean, yeah, just to think about that, like 12 million people
believe that this theory is a thing.
Like, that's a quarter of a person a state. Like,
and that's a lot. To me, that's a lot.
Like, that's a quarter of a million people.
Hold on a second. I think it's like 50% of the United States believe in angels or something like that. Like, I'm trying to break down this statistic.
But
12 million people is a lot.
That's 12 million people in America.
12 million people in America.
Yeah, so 12 million people in America were polled, and then they're saying, and there might be more people worldwide.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant worldwide.
No.
That was already horrifying if that was worldwide.
No,
now we're just talking about America.
We're just talking about America at this point.
America.
So, once reason could stem from extreme cognitive dissonance, these were people that I believe that are human beings, are inherently good and just, but with all the wars and dysfunction or destruction, and instead of accepting that fact, they blame it on other species. We humans wouldn't do something like this. There must be evil reptiles controlling us and making us do evil things. I don't know, how long has been war? Like, forever? Since the beginning of time, there's always been differences that has created stupid wars. I wouldn't say it's a reptilian race. I would just say we're faulted as humans.
Oh, we're doomed. 77% of Americans believe in angels. 55% of Americans believe that the Founding Fathers established this country as a Christian nation in the Constitution. 1 in 4 Americans believe the sun revolves around the earth.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. 1 in 4
No.
Americans believes the sun
No.
revolves around the earth.
No.
25% of people need to go back to school.
25% of people need to have the warning labels taken off of everything inside their homes.
Only 44% of Americans are confident that vaccines don't cause autism.
What other fun facts do we have?
Other politically charged ones I'm not going to go into.
No, it's just not any of that. So when people ask for this evidence of the existence of these reptilian, theorists can simply say, we can't see them because they have the ability to control our mind and make them think that we are human, that they are human, making us feel calm and justified.
All right, so I'm going to go back to how old this... all right, you already mentioned that this was in a book written in 1998. Mm-hmm. I remember YouTube in its infancy. Heck, even E-Bomb's World back in the day.
Yeah.
Where they would have, like, conferences with George Bush and somebody would, like, make his eyes blink for like, vertically instead of horizontally.
I'm not there in person.
Yeah, it was all video editing, but it was, like...
Yeah.
And back then, video was, like, so crappy and grainy. So it was easy to edit it and, like,
super easy to edit.
Not make it look fake. These days, like 4K and 1080p or even 720p.
And now you can actually find out if a video has been manipulated.
Yeah, because you can do that back tracing thing and it'll go back and find the actual video.
Which brings us to just say again, Spectral Realm Investigators, we don't mess around with our footage. The only thing we do is we edit the videos together. We don't edit anything into it. We just paint and clip and put everything together and call it there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's subtitles. That's really...
Yeah, subtitles.
And a circle highlighting something. But other than that, it's...
Yeah, it's a raw
video. Zeus, did we get a topic that you like? Because I see that you know something about this.
Where were you 5 minutes ago?
Hey, it doesn't matter where he was 5 minutes ago. He's a busy man. He's got a lot of people in his life that need him more than us.
Just so you know, you left your boy hanging. Anyway, what was he saying?
He said, so the reptilians fall into shapeshifters, so it is believed that they're doing a great job to look human.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I see.
Can you just say baseball's an intelligent sport and I will
It's
forgive
not.
you?
Working, bro. Yeah.
See, I told you, he's working.
I get that, but he let me down.
No.
No, it's... Sorry, bro.
Work comes first. Baseball, never. Anyway.
Yes. All right, so... Many believers that this theory comes from a group of conspiracy theorists who believe in many conspiracy theories. So we're not even getting like a devoted group of people to this one theory. It's all the crackpots of crackpots and crackpots that are in this trying to make it seem... Listen, if you believe it, it's cool. But I just don't have any evidence in front of me to say that it's a legitimate thing.
Yeah, it's like... I can't even say that. So anyway, it's like... There's crazy podcasters out there who spew every conspiracy theory known to man. And then there's like...
Thanks, Jesus.
Hey, Zeus, hold on. Pause. Hey, Zeus, I played softball. I'm telling you right now, it's really not that intelligent. I can do it. Seriously. I can do it. Anybody can.
That is not true at all. Baseball is actually the hardest sport.
All right. Spectral Realm Investigators will be having a batting cages game.
Yeah, no, we're going to live stream this.
Yeah, we will live stream this for everybody.
What?
Yeah.
I'd love to see Tyler hit a home run and run
This
the
is
bases.
actually where the blood blister came from.
Batting cages?
Yep.
I didn't know
You go to the batting cages?
I used to play baseball, yes. That's why I'm so defending of it.
Hey, Zeus, you just got to become available, dude. You're the hardest person to find time for.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also one of the hardest working because this guy's working all the time.
Yeah, he is. And he's got a family. We don't have families. So, I mean, we are family
Yeah.
at this point. Don't look at me like that, you jerk.
We're more
You
functional
made a
than
challenge.
We're more functional than our dysfunctional
We'll go to the batting
families.
cages. Let's do this. Spectral Realm's first field trip as a team.
I love this idea.
We're going to go to a batting cage.
Yep.
Now, are we going to just a random batting cage where it's like,
No, anyone that you know that's
No,
rigged in your favor, we'll go there. Because the way he presented that was kind of set up.
Yeah.
If it's so easy, then you should have no problem hitting anything.
Yeah.
Let's go somewhere and crank it up to 90 if it's so easy.
I've hit 90 mile per hour balls before. It's no big deal.
Okay. Holding the bat out like this, waiting for the ball to come.
No, I'm not
count
gonna.
either.
That's called a bunt, and I'm not gonna do that. This guy doesn't think I know anything about baseball.
I want you to know.
I know it's a fantastic sleep aid. That I do know. They called it national pastime because the whole nation passed by during one fucking game.
Just so that you know, Glenn is a very athletic person, and if you think for 1 second you're going to stomp him on this...
I don't think it's about outperforming. I just think it's proving that it's a simple game.
Batting cages won't prove that, though.
What does?
Go play an actual game.
All right, let's set up
If
an
you
actual
can
game.
go through without making any mental errors, I will agree that it is not an intelligent game.
Yeah, I mean, mental error. First base, second base, third base. I got to count to 4 because home plate.
Hey, Jesus, are you still here?
All right, so viewers, and we'll make a Spectral Realm post. People who are in the area, anybody who would like to actually have a
if we can get an
Realms
entire
baseball game.
Spectral Realm baseball game. I can talk to the coaches over at my old high school to see if we can use the baseball field.
Just go after hours.
Whatever.
Yeah, sneak in. This is happening.
There's a lot of
this is definitely
public
happening.
fields.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're doing this.
All right, we're doing it. There we go. One and done, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus was on my team. Believers versus non-believers.
He's not a believer.
Yes, he is. He said it's intelligent.
No. Oh, you mean believer in
Yeah.
baseball, not believer in paranormal.
Yeah.
Okay. We should also do men versus women and shirts and skins.
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, because the women will not be wearing shirts. So thank you. This is not what was that their show? The men's show?
The man show.
The man show. This is not the man show. We will not be broadcasting that on Facebook. That will catch us banned super quick.
I didn't say anything about broadcasting. I just said it's a great idea.
I can't.
That's an easy victory for the woman.
Okay.
We're not interested in the balls at that point.
We have derailed so hard.
Glenn, I blame Glenn for this one.
Yeah. That's my fault.
So, anyway.
How long do they think that the reptilians have been involved in our...
Thousands, if not a million years.
Okay, so a few thousand years ago there was the Roman Empire, right?
Yep.
And how did they distract their citizens? The lower intelligent ones. They had the sports in the Colosseum.
Yeah.
Follow the shiny
Gladiator.
thing while we destroyed the government. Stop looking at Jesus for help.
No, I wasn't.
He's looking to see who's making comments.
Yeah, I'm just consistently checking
Okay.
it.
So, they say it's been for almost at least a million years that they've been on the Earth.
A million
But
years.
we don't have, again, there's no, like, actual physical evidence. Accurate for you, by the way. Just scale-wise.
Glenn's a reptilian. If there's anything they didn't evolve in, they backtracked in certain areas of their lives.
There were parts that did not evolve.
Glenn's a reptilian.
So, it talks about...
Here's a reptilian diagram.
We're gonna so get demonetized for this.
Why? It's just
So-
it's a reptilian character. His name happens to be Dickhead.
Glenn, you're on a roll tonight.
Seriously.
Your mouth is all over
right.
the place.
I know.
Like, we're actually can get demonetized on YouTube for that.
Well, what do they pay for 3 views?
Well, we need to get there and not have any real slip-ups. All right, so... Oh, my God. I can't...
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
They're saying that they're the reason Atlantis went down. And they can't find Atlantis. They're putting them in...
What did I just say?
Aquaman too.
Yeah.
Somebody read it out loud because we're looking at the at the computer.
There are videos of reptilians, shapeshifters, but you know how videos go.
Well, that's what we're saying, Jesus. Like, can we actually justify that reptilians are real through camera? I mean, unless it's one of us from our group who I know is not going to make a mistake or edit something in, because you'll get canned if you do that. If it's not one of us or myself, even in person, I can't justify that it's real.
So I'm curious, now that you said that about Atlantis and everything. This book, or the theory, allegedly started around 1998, right? Mm-hmm. Just last night we were watching Star Trek Voyager with that one episode where they have these alien beings that are actually reptiles in the Delta Quadrant. And it was the, I forgot what the theory was. It was like the original origin theory or something like that. Where they found somebody from Voyager and the DNA matched. And it ended up being that they were the lizard people from Atlantis who had technology. They were originally dinosaurs. Took off, left the planet. But they never came back, but they just took off and left the planet. I really feel like that episode either pulled from this or there was a huge coincidence between the two happenings. Star Trek Voyager, I forget what year it started in, but it does seem like there was some inspiration pulled from that.
Very good.
I'm just interested if this guy wrote his book after he saw that episode, or if that episode came after the book.
If there are reptilians, it would be more convincing that that's what's at Area 51, not aliens.
I believe aliens before this.
Well, I believe that there's aliens before reptilians.
No, I would believe that aliens are at Area 51 before I'd believe reptilians are there.
I think you misunderstood what I said. Like, if these are like 100% real, I would believe that is what's at Area 51.
Yeah. It was
okay. I don't believe that these things even exist. I'm sold aliens are at Area 51.
They're called serpent men too, and they're described as humanoids who have a snake-like head. So their bodies are humanistic. And then a snake type, like venomous snake head. Like
now he's hoping these things aren't real.
Yeah, right. So, again, this one's saying that they live underground, and they have shape-shifting, and mind control ability to infiltrate humanity. Mm-hmm. So, talks about alien abductions. Sometimes alleged contact with reptilian creatures. One of the earliest reports is of that of Ashland, Nebraska. Police officer Herbert Schirmer, who was under hypnosis, recalled being taken aboard a UFO in 1967 by a humanoid being with slightly reptilian appearance who wore a winged serpent emblem on the left side of their chest.
It sounds like
skeptics claim that it's a hoax. Now, hold on a second, because back in my radio show days, I was talking with somebody who thought they were an alien. They said that there's all different types of aliens. You have green aliens, gray aliens, blue aliens, and then there's a couple different other looking aliens. So the green reptilian alien could be a legit thing. Actually, I wonder if I have that. Hold on.
So that reminds me of something that was called automontanophobia, which is a fear of humans have of something that looks human or close to human, but not really human. So if these things existed and they were human-like or something like that for thousands of years, through genetically, we evolved over years to be afraid of stuff that looks human that isn't human. And what I just brought up was It's a fear of human-like figures such as mannequins, wax figures, statues, dummies, dolls, robots, and it's such a strong phobia that it can actually cause true fear and anxiety, and bring upon real negative qualities to people's life. There's also another term of it called uncanny valley, which is like something is just like what I said, mannequins, dolls, really closely related to humans, but not exactly 100% looking human, meaning that at some point, because this is ingrained in our genetics, there was something that looked human but wasn't quite human that we were terrified of. And it still lasted in our genetics, so we're still predisposed to being fearful of it, but this may or may not actually exist.
That's why I'm keeping this arm down.
So, at least they're learning to bark outside.
Yeah, they're getting better with that.
There is, what was it? Beginning of 2020, they started saying that there were aliens, like UFOs.
Confirmed.
And then we're
Stamped and approved.
right now we're getting confirmed completely out of the Pentagon as of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
The article I just pulled up was about the little green men. I don't know if you guys remember the article. I think it was like 1940 something on the coast in California. They were shooting at some kind of thing in the sky.
Oh yeah, the military was just lighting up the sky for like an hour.
And you don't waste ammo just because you feel like wasting ammo.
Like they saw something and just
unleashed
everything, all the bullets, everything we've got, just in that direction. Like
right,
just
like
fire.
just lit it up. I legit feel like there's, I mean, again, if you think for any reason that we are the only beings in this system, you're dumb. You're dumb. I will not be taking questions about that. Because honestly, you can't be that self-absorbed. So what's to say that there's not more than one species of alien? And maybe that one species could be a reptilian-like species. So there might not be like a lot of hoax in it. I just don't think they're infiltrating the government and infiltrating entertainment and things like that. I just think they're aliens.
So World War II's bizarre Battle of Los Angeles was on February 25th, 1942. An infamous false alarm saw the American military units unleash a torrent of anti-aircraft fire into the skies over Los Angeles.
Yeah, that was not a false flag. I can tell you that right now.
Well, it didn't say false flag, it said false alarm.
Or false alarm. False flag is false alarm.
False flag is a staged event, but yeah.
I can't justify... I definitely can't justify aliens being, or reptilians being in the government or whatever. I don't know if anybody has ever heard of the Opie and Anthony show. You're probably too young for that. Louis C.K. was joking about former Secretary of Defense Ronald Rumsfeld a number of times, and he asked if Dick Cheney were lizard people who enjoyed he said that him and Dick Cheney were lizard people who enjoyed the taste of flesh. I mean, I'm not going to drag somebody who's dead and can't defend himself. But if they taste flesh and they have to drink blood
in order to shapeshift,
is that weird sex trafficking ring that everybody's been talking about really that?
That's a whole different topic.
Right? It might not be. It might not be.
I mean, now you could just say like any cannibal is a reptilian.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like you're. This is obviously not the conspiracy theory that you sit on as your sole conspiracy theory. Because you can link it, like every other conspiracy theory, you can link it to everything else that's going on.
Yeah, if you try hard enough and look for a connecting point. If you're looking for connecting points, you're going to find them, even if they're legitimate or not.
Right. And I guess if you think of yourself in a way where you feel like you're an intellectual when you base your opinions on facts and everything, and you're able to think through situations better than most, at what point are you a free thinker than a conspiracy theorist?
Conspiracy theories are based off of things that are plausible, but there's no real quantifiable evidence to back up your claim.
Fair point. But let's say, as a free thinker, you come into a protest of some form.
Go on.
And it's covered by all the major news outlets. But one thing's being said and another thing's being said, and then it's up to you to make that connection as to what is actually going to happen. So, like the saying, there's always three sides to the truth. Her side, his... We'll just say for gender purposes, her side, his side, and then the truth. TARDIS. You better fan that out. So you have these sides that you have to actually make your opinion on. Now, you would be considered a free thinker, correct?
You're only a free thinker if you do your due diligence to find out if those events even took place.
I agree. And then if you put all of the pieces together and it sounds crazy, are you then considered a conspiracy theorist?
Yeah.
So there's no difference between free thinking and conspiracy theory.
That's not what I said at all.
Right.
A free thinker is somebody who will take information that's played out in front of them and be smart enough to know how to put all the pieces together and be able to back up their claim.
Right.
A conspiracy theorist is somebody who says, everybody with blonde hair is dumb. What's that based off of? I heard it somewhere.
Not necessarily.
And then maybe one blonde person is goofy, this other person is smart. Well, that person doesn't really fit my conspiracy theory. The conspiracy is all these blonde people are slow. Or all redheads burn well in the sun. We go outside and we're vampires. Now there's a conspiracy theory that all redheads are vampires.
It's true.
But what is it based off of? Have you ever seen a redhead? I've felt like I've burned it out alive in the sun, but I don't actually burst into flames when I go outside.
Fair
that
point.
doesn't mean I'm a vampire. That's just a conspiracy theory.
No, and I get that, but if you have your facts all together and you put it together and it looks insane, like it just doesn't. Case in point, last night we were looking at our evidence review books, and we were hearing and we were seeing evidence in front of us. I still think I'm crazy. There's no doubt in my mind that what I'm seeing is absolutely ridiculous.
Like crazy as in you're not sane to say that you're well enough to collect this evidence crazy, or you think it's crazy as in...
I think it's crazy as in what we're getting.
Right, like it's
unbelievable is more
right,
the correct saying, not like we're... You know.
Yeah, it's unbelievable that we have that evidence in front of us.
Okay.
Or are you just trying to mask the fact that you really are a vampire? Jesus, I can confirm he is not. But I cannot justify and believe that I wrote down with 4 other members of our team what we wrote down.
I think the fairer statement is unbelievable. If you think it's crazy, we're going to have to kick you off of evidence reviews because you're not sane enough to present evidence at that point.
No.
Yeah, because like calling it crazy is just
It is crazy.
It is absolute, and people will think we are nuts if we ever had to release this.
I don't think they would.
That's diet, you know that, right?
Oh, I thought it was seltzer. Darn it.
No, there's more seltzers over there.
I don't think people would think that we're insane or crazy. The things that we're getting is crazy. It's like it's crazy that we have to write some of this stuff down, but like it's not us that is crazy.
Well, you're using the slang form of crazy.
Yeah. Like, it's unbelievable that we have to write
That's the word
this.
I used a few minutes ago.
I don't know, I think there's a thin line between what is a conspiracy theory and what's not. Like Glenn gave an example of what a conspiracy theory would be.
The thing is conspiracy theories have no actual end. There's no proof in the pudding
There's
with a
no
conspiracy theory.
proof. It's just a couple things that happen. It's like, well, that fits it. I'm going to put it all into this.
Right.
This is my conspiracy theory.
It's 100% conjecture. That's all it is.
I mean, there might be a couple things that, like, facts of something that happened.
Right, and you make up
Or
a story to come up to your
suspicions
conclusions.
about something. Like, look at the 9/11 conspiracy theories.
Yep.
Oh, God, those are...
There's some facts in there.
Awful, yeah.
And then there's some things it's like, well, I suspect this.
And that's what conspiracy theories or theorists are so great at doing. Taking real bits of facts that actually happen and then create a loose story around those facts, and you can't tell them that they're wrong because they can't prove that they're right and you can't prove that they're wrong.
That's exactly what a conspiracy theory
Right.
Yeah.
is.
So basically religion is a conspiracy theory.
We're going to go down this road.
Again, we need to stop dragging religions on this podcast. Seriously. Like, if you want to have your own little podcast where you drag it, that's on you. But we're not doing
I'm just
it. No,
saying you can't prove a religion, so it's a conspiracy theory.
We're not dragging one of the most sought after and followed situations in our history. Seriously.
What are the two things you don't talk about in school? or
Politics
jobs?
and religion. We stay away
Yes,
from politics.
there's a reason!
But Glenn is like, religion! Like, seriously, relax with it.
This is all based on religion.
No,
Spirits,
it's not!
angels, devils, demons.
I mean, it is in religion, but there's multiple religions that have it, so we're not tied to one or the other.
Exactly.
A religion is a belief.
I didn't specifically call out one religion.
A religion is a belief, not a conspiracy theory.
Okay.
So are we done dragging religions?
No, absolutely not.
Our skeptic. Ta-da.
I can't. This. I really just don't even know where to go with this. Alright, so... there was a video on March 4th, 2013 depicting a security agent with an unusual features guarding a speech by the former U.S. President Barack Obama and was spotlighted in the Wired report about shape-shifting reptilian humanoids. This led to a tongue-in-cheek response from the Chief of National Security spokeswoman, Caitlin Hayden, who said any alleged program to guard the president with aliens or robots would likely have to scale back or be eliminated in the sequester. I don't know, people.
At least they have a sense of humor about it.
I don't know.
I saw that.
Saw what?
I don't know. Jesus, what'd you see,
What'd
dog?
you see, Jesus? Because there's been a lot going on in the last couple of minutes.
Did you see Glenn shapeshift?
No, it was probably me trying to handle.
That was just the fumes from the anger. That was nothing.
So they're saying, I mean, as crazy as the O.J. Simpson trial was held by reptilians, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Barney was reptilian.
It was a costume, people.
I can't.
I mean, yeah, he was a purple dinosaur, reptilian. There you go. No longer conspiracy theory. It happened.
I can't.
And he loves us all.
And he likes to clean.
Yeah.
Reptilians apparently aren't the nicest people.
Barney was sent to indoctrinate the children under
Like,
reptilian.
and part of it's like, oh,
Reptilian
well,
rule.
Barney can't be, plus Barney was never intended to be sophisticated. It was to appeal to, children, like Sesame Street. It's innocent. Barney is innocent because 3-year-olds are innocent. What?
That's the most real statement that's been in this entire write-up.
But it doesn't even prove anything. Like, by that, it's like,
I know, but it's...
this coffee is
I mean,
good because it's
I know what they're trying
meant to
to
be
say.
good. Like,
it's the whole mindless thing.
Yeah.
Mindless show. Like,
I mean, I will admit, it is very mindless.
But as all kids shows are.
Yeah, they
are,
are
like,
set to
only-
be distractions.
They're only targeted towards kids. Like Disney, they put out the kids movies with hidden adult humor, so they're a little less mindless. But like they are strictly,
I mean,
for kids.
and we were talking about this the other day. Like there are movies that are created for kids, like the movie Toys in the early '90s with Robin Williams and Joan Cusack. I loved that movie as a kid. I watched it as an adult, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, I was super pissed off. I wasted an hour and 30 minutes of my time watching it because it was awful. But as a kid, I rented it from Blockbuster every chance that I got.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I think I might have destroyed Blockbuster's copy of it. Because I loved it. I loved that movie. But I watch it now and I'm like, I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. Dinosaurs. Not the Mama. That show is awful.
Yeah. No,
Straight awful.
That show is bad, actually.
It
yes.
was absolutely horrific.
But when I was a kid, I used to love the baby because he was hilarious.
Because he was hysterical.
Not the Mama.
I mean, there's some
The guy with the frying
nostalgia
pan.
to the whole thing.
Other than that, the show has
garbage.
Yeah.
Straight freaking garbage. I can't get behind this conspiracy theory. To me, it just doesn't make. I believe in skinwalkers before I believe in reptilian.
If anything, I believe Glenn is just a reptilian.
Based on, yes. The artist's rendition, yeah. Absolutely. 110%.
accurate AF.
Can confirm.
It's okay, little buddy.
That's okay, little buddy, he says. Yikes. So, in terms of reptilian, I believe I am not a...
I've never been sold on these things.
Glenn's not sold at all.
No,
Not at all.
It's an interesting topic.
Fritz could grow a third arm or fifth arm and beat you with it, and you'd believe that before reptilian.
Yeah.
Well, he might fart out arm clouds. Just pop. So,
Seriously.
it's not far-fetched.
Between the two of them, this world is in massive, massive danger of greenhouse effects. So we are coming up to the end of the podcast. We're going to try to keep them to like an hour on Wednesdays because, work and things that we have to go. Until you guys start making us rich, we're going to have to do like 1 hour's... What are you looking for? That's not yours.
You're right.
I mean, if we have people talking, I wouldn't mind
I don't know
staying.
where's yours. I think it's right over there.
Yeah.
People other than Jesus are commenting.
Yeah.
No offense,
But
Jesus. We
Jesus
love
is
you.
definitely bumping up our algorithm, so thanks for that, bud.
Jesus is always welcome.
That's why he's DJ.
All-knowing
What are
Father.
What are we doing?
Oh, after we're done here, I have a few topic ideas for next
It
week's
doesn't
podcast.
go into that book. It goes into a different book.
This is my book. See the name?
But I think we have a designated
We
book.
do have a designated book for this. That's for evidence review only. It says it on the front.
All right, Stickler, give me your
Yes.
book. Your magic.
No, we can't read your handwriting. So first of all, that's not going to happen.
I'm a reptilian. I write my own language.
Yeah. Oh, that's that's the most realistic evidence I think I could actually get on this.
Marge can confirm.
Everybody has seen your handwriting, and we all know, especially when we play Cards Against Humanity. Andrew can't read his cards. He has to give Glenn
Nobody
back.
can. Everybody hands me my cards
There's a
back.
couple I can make out.
I'm his wife, and I have a hard time reading it. Seriously. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be ending the podcast. It was wonderful seeing all of you and interacting with those who interacted with us tonight. We will see you on Wednesdays with Voices from the Realm, Spectral Realm Investigators. Have a great night.